Hey guys, welcome to more Metroid Prime. On the last episode, we came back to the Chozo Ruins after grabbing a lot of things that we could get with our new Spider Ball, and we came to this area, got a few things there. Of course, we did a lot of other things on the way. We kind of had a gathering episode or whatever. We also picked up the Wave Buster, which honestly, it's not that useful just yet, but it's really fun to have. Yeah, so we have to go to the Antechamber here. Climate anomaly detected, so there were abnormally low temperatures in that area. So there is an item there that we want to go get. Well done. Oh yeah, all the Shriek Bats respawned. Derp. Oh. The reason why I didn't already see that coming though is because I'm recording this in the same sitting as last episode. I just finished recording the previous episode. I'm gonna try and get these episodes up in tandem like I've been doing. Whenever I have like a break, I usually just upload like a couple episodes at once. And I kind of like doing it that way so far. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. Like I'm recording these two like back to back. I'm gonna try and upload them back to back as well. Ha! Actually got that guy. Okay. So what we gotta do is we gotta go to the furnace because if any of you remember, there was a spider ball track there. Oh fuck. There was a spider ball track over in the furnace. And oh, nice try. And of course we couldn't get to it. Well, we couldn't use it because we did not have the spider ball. We weren't gonna get it for quite a while, but we can do it now because we have the spider ball. So let's do it. There, this is the area we could not access, and these will disappear beneath you. These platforms. They're tricky little buggers. Okay. So the first time we go in here, there's gonna be these guys. We're not gonna see these guys in here again. Is the thing. Okay, so these are plated parasites up here. That's what these are. Vulnerable, hardy member of the parasite family, involved in most weaponry. Morpho bombs kill them. Also, there is stuff beneath the floor. You can kind of see actually if you look carefully. Through these cracks. These cracks, these cracks can be blown up. What that is a boost ball track, half pipe that will allow us to get up to that spider ball track. But otherwise, we can't do it right now. Oh wait, yeah, we can't scan it. It's made out of bendesium. Structural weakness due to super saturation of water. So it's essentially eroded away because water. But, so interestingly enough, when we came here before, this is actually the area we were in to get the energy tank. This is the Morph Ball tunnel we took. It's kind of neat how they do that. Completely different sections of the room. So this white door here, we cannot get through this white door. Should be able to scan it. Odd. So there's a Chozo lore here, though. Is this otherworldly pestilence that infests the land, seeking out life, and in its blind need for corruption. And where did the meteor that brought it originate? Was it Criff? I'm having so many problems talking right now. This is actually kind of funny. Okay, was it crafted by alien hands, or is it a roving chunk of a planet that suffered a violent end? Our minds quail in horror at the thought that long ago, in some corner of the universe as yet unseen by our eyes, an entire planet was perhaps once coated with this great poison. Whatever cataclysm may have ruptured the doomed place, whatever cataclysm might have ruptured that doomed place must have been mighty indeed. And if other meteors from it spread through space, bearing this evil to the far corners of the universe, we hold fast to the hope that this is not so. That the only surviving remnants of this evil are here on Talon 4. Then, at least, there's hope for its eradication. Yeah. That's some pretty great poison, alright, to say the least. Later on in the trilogy, we're gonna just see more and more relating to that, because it's kind of one of the central plot points is this great poison. It's... oh man, it gets so much exposure in the other two. Like, it gets exposure to the plot in the other two games. It just gets more and more interesting, honestly. One of the reasons I love these games so much. Okay, so this is a section of Chozo Ruins that we haven't been to before. And if you picked up on it a little while ago, the music completely changed when we were in the Morph Ball Tunnel. Because this is essentially a new section of Chozo Ruins. Okay, so there's some Chozo scripts here. Chozo script translated to the Entrusted One. If you read these words, then our hope has not been in vain. Your path is... wait, hang on. Your path is what with danger? Your path is fraught with danger. Monstrosities beyond description lurk in the shadows, starving, hunting for prey, searching for ways to quench the poisonous urges that bloom in their brains. Some of these are shrewd, but they are blinded by their evil designs, believing in the black promise of the great poison. They seek to harness it for their own needs. It is these last that are the greatest danger. When you rid the universe of these creatures, you will be the true and trusted one. So, what that's talking about is the great poison. I believe I mentioned this in an earlier episode that we've come to that. The great poison is Phazon. That is the great poison. There is apparently a lot of Phazon on this planet. We haven't really seen any yet, but a lot of it's there. And Phazon has a way of influencing the mind of the victim, and that is what it's talking about here, is that a lot of creatures are essentially blinded by it, and they go into a rage and frenzy, and they seek more Phazon. None know if our temple, the Cradle, will prove powerful enough to contain this evil forever. For now it wraps around that abomination, cutting it off from the world above. However, we believe the power, or cipher, which has been produced by linking the 12 artifacts, should be strong enough. The fate of this world is now left to the one who will collect all the artifacts in the future. The time when the Entrusted One knows is approaching. I think it would be pretty obvious to say that Samus is supposed to be this Entrusted One. Samus is the subject of the prophecy because... why can't I explain this? This should be easy for me to explain. Because the Entrusted One is sort of entrusted with their equipment and whatnot. That's the reason why they've left a lot of things in the ruins. Samus has a Chozo-designed power suit that is compatible with these weapons and whatnot. So, you know, I could go more in depth with it, but I'm not gonna. I'd rather talk about what they've been talking about here with this cipher and the Cradle. The Cradle, don't think we've been there yet. You can actually go to this Cradle. Yeah, we have not been there yet. That last door in the landing site that we have not opened, that's how you get there. But there wouldn't be a lot we could do there. However, basically what it is these Chozo artifacts that it's talking about are like a set of keys. You need all of them to unlock the cipher, which is trapping something below. And you'll see later what that's all about. So we got one more. Many Chozo are gifted with the distant sight, and even more begin to learn it as our harmonization with the universe becomes... begin to learn it as our harmonization with the universe becomes more and more complete. We peer forward, seeing prophecy in the ripples of the water, hearing rumors of coming days on the breath of the wind. Though we celebrate the distant sight, many of these visions are dark. The worst of the prophecies, and the most common, tells of the coming of the worm. Born from parasites, nurtured in a poisoned womb, the worm grows, devouring from within until the world begins to rot. Not all prophecies come to pass, of course, but we cannot help but fear this dark portent. So, the worm has something to do with the great poison. They are not the same thing, but they're very, very closely linked. Anyways, I could keep talking about the plot for hours, but, like, you know, talking about the plot while playing is kind of hard, so that was why I have to stop and read those logs in order to really talk about it. So, you know, like, I could go on for hours, but that's not what we're doing here. We're playing the game right now. Okay, so there's a missile expansion in here, basically. And yeah, so there's now a spider ball track on this side of the room that's available for us to use. And phew. Oh crap, I thought I had it. Oh, just barely. Okay. Okay, so this little elevator, it's actually a very short time limit you have, but you don't really need a lot of time. It just takes us to this missile expansion, basically. And now that we have that, this door here, we can't open, so we want to go the other way instead. Okay. Okay, so... oh god, sometimes I feel like an idiot. Here we go. Okay. So, oh man, not these guys again. I don't want to deal with you! Ah! As you can see, the Wave Buster is not at all effective on these guys. There's troubles targeting them. Okay, so we're now this Hall of Elders. This is a major room here, and we're gonna find a new type of unit here. What is this? Aberration, Chozo Ghost, Spectral Entity, Bioelectric Field, and vulnerable to natural energies. So, essentially, we have to hit this thing with a completely synthetic weapon. Missiles work. They don't. Power Beam is how you kill them. The best way to do that, though, is through using the Super Missile. Are these like... oh yeah, the eyes are like on fire on this thing. That's really cool. I never noticed that. See, every time I play through this game, I notice something new. There's just one of them right now. I'll trade blows with you if that means I get a Super Missile to your face. There we go. Nope. Still not dead. Ow. Gotcha. Yeah, so that just happened. We just got attacked by a ghost. So as you know, this Chozo have very high degree of spiritual powers. I don't really know for sure if these are actually quite literally ghosts, like if they're dead or not, because there is actually an explanation for why these things exist that has to do with the great poison we were talking about. Anyways, there's another lore here. Things bound to earthly shapes are temporal and frail. Existing in a single dimension, they are fragile, vulnerable, and ultimately mortal. However, not all things obey this law. Shapeless, they wait beyond the realm of perception, emerging only when one arrives who can feel their presence. Such is the will of the Chozo. Our will to defeat the evil seeping into this planet remains. We desire only to see the darkness meet its end. The will of the Chozo has no mind or reasoning of its own, though. This will be the Entrusted One's trial. That actually has a lot to do with the ghost we just fought, because what it's talking about is that there are Chozo that are essentially no longer in a physical state. They have no physical presence whatsoever. And that's what those ghosts are, in a way. Okay, so... yeah, this is a missile station. There are only a couple of these in the game, actually. I think there's 3. There's this one here, there's one way later, and there's one even more later. So what we gotta do is interact with this statue, and we will give it an offering. of Morph Ball. Why, thank you for your kind offering, good sir. But I don't want it. There, so he'll just chuck us over here, and then we can just do this. So this will open up these things. Oh, look, they're color-coded. I wonder why. So unfortunately, the only one that we have a weapon that matches the color of is this one. But we can work with this. Now that white one, we'll be able to deal with that very soon, but I'm not going to actually do it right away. We'll be coming back here a little bit later. Did I land in the right spot? Oh, I did. Oh, cool. Okay, so... Again, he doesn't want us, he's gonna chuck us away, and we're actually gonna land up here instead this time. Because what that bomb slot did is it changed the ground, essentially, so that the statue could throw the morph ball to a different area. Alright, so this little force field, we can bypass this now. We can actually deactivate it, just so we don't have to do that again. What did it say, actually? Use caution near window. Oh, I see. So this is supposed to be just like a viewing area or something. You're not even supposed to be able to get here from here, I guess. Okay. So this is the final stretch of this little bit here. Reflecting pool. That's what this room's called. And we have to drain the pool here. This is quite literally what we gotta do. Pow. Alright, so now we got a nice, good-looking half-pipe, but we got these guys here. Strangely, though, these guys are really helpful in this room. I mean, not these ones, but, if you saw, after I killed him, I dropped down, like, right on the edge. Or, I mean, I dropped down, like, fairly safely onto the platform. That's why I consider these things to be useful in this room, is because when they eat you, they reposition you. See, look. Safe and sound. Just gonna unlock this right now. Alright, so this is the Antechamber here, and this is... the Ice Beam. My favorite beam weapon in this game, and also what I believe to be quite easily one of the most underrated weapons in the game. This beam has what I believe is the highest damage. It's either in a tie with the Plasma Beam, or it has slightly higher damage. I shouldn't have said that. That's a little bit of a spoiler. But yeah, basically, this beam is beautiful. Where am I going now, though? This is always the problem. I have troubles deciding which route to take from here. Because, like, there are a few different ways I can go. I guess what I gotta do next anyways is go back to Phendrana Drifts. And we are gonna do that in this episode. So, okay, these both lead to transports to Talon Overworld, if I remember correctly. Okay, if I take, like, way too much time figuring out where I'm going, I'm gonna be cutting some of it out. Just so you know. Just a little bit of a heads up for you guys, that's all. These guys are annoying. So which one is this? Oh, alright, so I can't really do a whole lot here. So you can freeze these guys with the Ice Beam. Okay, so there are like a couple things we can do here in the Great Tree Hall. Well, there's like one thing we can do right now. Where is it though? There is a, oh yeah, there it is. There's an invisible platform up there. And there is a way to detect it that we can get later, but we can just do this now because we can actually see it. No! Especially since the rain is kind of helpful in this scenario. You can actually, I think you can actually scan the rain. That might be in a different room though, but like, let's just check. Nope, can't scan it, but you can see it. So you just generally know where the platform is. And there we go. So then you go in here and there's a missile expansion. Again, technically we're not really supposed to be able to get this yet. Like my sound was cutting out there for a sec. Get out of my way. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, so the other area is probably where we would want to go, to be honest. Okay, so this is a save station, but there's a, as you can see, there's a little hole in the wall there. We can actually go through there with the morph ball. And if we do, there is another elevator back there, and I'm going to take that elevator. Or, yeah, I'm actually, what I'm going to do is... Actually, I got a better idea. I'm just gonna, there's a missile expansion in the room next to the other side of the elevator, but I'm just gonna grab that and then I'm gonna turn around because I think I can get to where I want to go a little bit quicker if I take a different route. I'm just gonna try that out. Ow! Oh, so it's this next room, I think, that has the expansion, not this one. Yeah, here it is. See, more of this annoying venom weed. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Oh. I thought that I hadn't scanned the venom weed or something for a sec. No, I don't want to get poisoned. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, wrong beam, wrong beam. Alright. Okay. Ah. Come on. You can do it! There. I'm not going to use the save station this time. Okay, so... there's going to be Chozo ghosts appearing in a lot of different areas, and I don't particularly want to fight them. Yeah. So that's what this room is, it's a shortcut. Same with the other one we saw earlier. Go away! I'm being haunted right now, guys. That's what's happening. They want my blood. Okay. Nope. That was worth it. Okay. Okay, let me see here. Maybe it isn't really that much quicker. I mean, the place where I want to go is like on the other side of the ruins. Yes, they will appear in here too. So they'll appear in a lot of major rooms here. Sorry I'm not talking a lot, I'm just trying to get through this area really quickly. Fuck it, I don't care anymore. Okay. Okay. Ow. I don't know, I think I might actually cut some of this trekking out. Just because there's, I don't know, there's not much point in having this, to be honest. There's not really a lot going on, I'm not even talking much. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so we're back. This is where we wanted to be. And more of these guys. But the ice beam, we can... Sometimes it's hard, but you gotta get close. Sometimes you gotta get close to them. There we go. Freeze them. And they just shatter. One ice beam shot, one missile. And they're just gone. They can't even do their kamikaze. There. Is there one more of them? Or no, that's just the Triclops on my radar. Okay. So yeah, that's the nice thing about having the ice beam with these guys is like it's not the most accurate against them because they move quickly, but and they do try and dodge it, but there are ways to catch them with it. Particularly the charge beam because it moves quicker, like the projectile moves quicker. But yeah, and then you just shatter them and be done with it. Anyways, these flame jets, whenever you see these in magma caverns, if you hit them in the right spot with the ice beam, you see, I think like the very tip of it was where I hit that one. Oh, never mind. I'm not sure what happened with that other one then. But basically, you can just freeze them, and they'll just leave you alone. Won't get in your way anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna hit up the safe station, because I actually did a lot of trekking here. Yeah, so we're going back to Phendrana Drifts, because there's another item waiting for us up there. And, I mentioned earlier, like, I think last episode, about that room with the big spider ball track over the lava pool. Basically, you just ride the spider ball track across the room. I was saying you could get across there without the spider ball, but you need another upgrade. That's the upgrade we're going after. Okay, so this is the room I was talking about in the other episode as well, with the, you know, the other door in the quarantine cave. It's just another version of this room, basically. Nothing special. But yeah, where we actually want to go is if we had gone this way, we would have been able to get to the spider ball track, but we would have been met with a white door. We can open it now, though. Oh, look, an energy tank. We actually can't get this energy tank, unfortunately. I'll tell you why. This ice blocks the tunnel blast of heat. We should be able to clear it. We don't really have a heat blast weapon, or heat-based weapon. You can see the soundtrack has changed here. This is the theme for this part of Phendrana Drifts. It's kind of a fun theme. It's a pretty popular one as well. Gravity pulses. So anyone who knows a lot of the classic Metroid items probably knows what this is just by that hint. That room is called the Gravity Chamber. So this is called the Frozen Pike. See, we actually have a shortcut to the research core through here. I'm gonna open that door just so I can get the map for the room. There. You see, it made the music fade out for a sec too. Okay. So next we go this way. And one of those guys and some scarabs are gonna get in the way. I'm honestly just gonna go right past all of them. Is there... oh yeah, there's an annoying little bugger in here. Look at this, what is this thing? This is a Hunter Metroid. So this is a very different type of Metroid, new and exclusive to this game. Hunter Metroid, Adolescent Metroid, Energy Siphon Tentacle increases its threat level. As Metroids develop, they become more efficient predators. An energy-draining tentacle allows them to attack at a distance. Quick to anger, a Hunter Metroid will charge troublesome prey and attempt to ram it then into submission. Cold-based attacks are still quite effective against these creatures. So, since we have the Ice Beam, we can freeze any Metroid for a quick kill. Hey guys, sorry about that, I had to cut something out here. Ooh boy. See, as you can see, this Hunter Metroid, this is what it does. It's a lot more of a problem. Oh. Yeah, he wants to hit me in the face. And I'm gonna say, yeah, no. Okay. So this glider... this thing is a glider. This glider is the thing. You know? So these guys are kind of fun, but they're completely passive. They can't harm you in any way, and they're actually helpful. But we can't do anything with them yet. They're docile airborne creatures with unusual magnetic properties. So, basically, yeah, they do that. They do magnetic properties, airborne things. I know that doesn't make any sense, I'm sorry. But you have to pay extra for it to make sense. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Come on. Come on. Really? God damn it. You really gotta go all the way back up here to hit that thing. There's a spot you gotta hit is the thing, like right there with this one. That was the one that was above me at the time. Can I snipe it from here? I can lock onto it, so maybe. See? I can freaking hit it from there, but I can't from over there. What the hell? That's not okay. I'm really triggered. Okay. Phew. Alright, so we're gonna save here. Okay, I had to cut a bit again because because my capture card was actually lagging out on me. That was really weird. Anyways, though, we're back again. This is like the third, fourth time I've had to cut for this episode, which is a little annoying, but whatever. It is what it is. So, yeah. How are these guys again? Whenever they stop to do their missile attack, it's actually basically a free hit with the Ice Beam. Okay, so So where are we going here? Oh, we're actually going below at this point. The room's called Phendrana's Edge. So, yeah, this room's really edgy, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry, that was lame. Oh, wait. Is this not the right room? Ugh, that's what happens if you physically contact the Jelzaps. They will do that. Ow. Woohoo! Ugh. All the wave beam doors. Okay. Brrrr. Freaking flicker bats. Go away! Ah! Let me jump! There we go. That was just a little overhang, I was bouncing off of it. Oh, look at the bubbly wall. Alright, I'm getting rid of this guy. Come on, get out of here. Okay, so here we are in the gravity chamber. This room's really cool, actually, with the way it's animated. Oh, Aqua Reapers. These are basically Reaper vines, but underwater. Exactly what their name would suggest. Okay, like, I don't even want to bother with this little bugger. Get out of here. So you can see, there's like little cracks, fissures in the ground. This room's kind of like a big volcanic vent. Or something like that. It's really cool. Look at the frozen fish here. Okay, at least I got him. Okay, yet again, I had to restart my recording here because the program lagged out again. Like, I'm sorry guys, I don't know what's going on, it's bugging me, but yeah, so I hope it actually keeps up this time. So yeah, anyways, we were right about to get this when this happened, so yeah. Alright, gravity suit. So, so far I've noticed that since I had to actually restart my software for my capture card here, I noticed the delay for the sound seems a little bit, seems to be a little bit less noticeable. Like it was sticking out like a sore thumb a little while ago. Anyways, so now that we got the gravity suit, one of my favorite parts of the game, it's a pretty short part of the game, it's one of my favorite parts of the game, is next up on our list here. And yeah, so oh wait, what am I doing? I can't go up there. Can I actually jump up there? Fuck it, I don't even care. There's an easier way up there. There. So now we're at the surface. And just before we leave the room though, I want to show you guys something. So when you look through the water, you can actually see all the way down, all the way to that fissure and everything really, really cool in my opinion. It's like such clear water and all that, and yeah, okay, anyways. Oh, fuck off. I'm sorry guys, my fangasming over the environmental effects and such got me gone falling underwater again. But anyways though, yeah, I just wanted to share that. Okay, also, there's a missile expansion here, but we cannot get to it yet because of this. Wait, what? Oh. Well, yeah, there's a grapple point, but I didn't actually know you could scan the grapple point while this stuff is still here. That's really funny. The ice of the stalactite contains many different types of mineral deposits. One of the minerals in the ice structure appears to be a volatile form of volcanic rock. This rock makes the formation incredibly strong in its tremors and concussive blasts, but it will become unstable if heat is introduced. So again, heat-based weapon, just like a lot of other things in the drifts. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, these guys, this is a situation where the Wave Buster is really, really, really nice to have. As you can see, he wasn't able to do anything while I was hitting him with it. Okay, more flying pirates. They have so much less room to move around up here. Okay. Oh, this is just a room full of these things. What? Bastard. There. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get back to Talon Overworld. Come on, there we go. I thought there were two of these things under here, but maybe not. Unless... nope. There are other annoying things in this room, though. I figured there were two of them. Not happening, buddy. There. Had to take 2 missiles to get rid of them, but worth it. Come on. Come on. Come here. Fuck you, missile, you little bitch. Fucking finally. Oh my god. That was not nice. Stupid missile being stupid. Okay, regardless of that though, we have to go back to, what we have to do is go back to Talon Overworld. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not, but, yeah, that's what we're doing. Might as well just go this way, I guess. Okay, so that's up at the top. So we gotta do a little bit of platforming to get to the top of this room. And this room looks a lot like a lemonade pitcher or something like that. Funny enough, Phendrana's edge kind of looks like a barrel or something. And then there's another room here there's another room in this game that looks even more like a lemonade pitcher. It's this one, the root cave. It really looks like a lemonade pitcher. I don't know, I see these things and I can't help but comment on them or just kind of laugh about it a little. Because I am human and I laugh at things. Oh shit. Like I laugh at that, for example. I laugh at my own suffering and pain. Because I have to do this platforming bit again. There we go. Oh boy. No, actually, I take that back. I'm not human because I laugh at everything. Now, honestly, for me in the right light, anything can be funny. You just need the right situation, and all that. Okay, so I have to go through here. The annoying bugs aren't in here anymore. There were ice parasites in here when I came in the first time. Didn't really get much of a look at them though. I just know they're there because I know they're there. And I could hear them when I was here earlier. Okay. Bye-bye. I think the door in the next room is Wave Beam Door. Alright. I'm not going to use the save station here because I'm planning on using one of these save stations in Town Overworld. I guess I'll be using the landing site as my save station, because that's very close to where we want to go next. Okay. Okay. Damn it, I completely missed him. Is there still another one? No, I think that's it. Oh. Nope. Oh! So my missile didn't hit him. That time it did. Huh. Just turned my back and I assumed the missile got to him, but I guess it didn't. Come on! Damn, son, I am not looking good right now. Ice Beam Charge Beam has a really good blast radius, as you can see there. Those burrowers were just nothing against it. Okay. Okay, so there we go. I'm just gonna do this. Wall. Right. Come on, there we go. You know what? I'm actually gonna try this. See if I can. Oh, you know what? I can definitely get to the other side. But it's more a question of whether or not I can go the other way. Because yeah, I have the gravity suit now. Okay, Talon Overworld. I don't know what I'm singing anymore. Okay. Forgive my ing. I'm just a little tired. Okay, so part of me wants to record the next episode like right away, but the thing is, I don't really, I don't know, like my capture card's been being a little bit fussy, and I don't want to like record too much in one sitting at the moment because I was doing that earlier and that my capture card was starting to lag out on me. Okay, so get rid of these guys, and yeah, I'm just gonna be heading back to the landing site, saving here, and then we're gonna be calling it quits. Well, get out of my way. Actually, I guess I can. Yeah, why not? Before I just save and call it quits here, I'm gonna go to the cradle that I was talking about in the earlier episode. Because we actually haven't been there yet. Okay, yeah, the door's up. Oh, I know how to get up there. I actually can't get up there just with the space jump boots. So you can actually go up here, like, right when you land. Right after the Frigate Orphean segment of the game. But you can't go very far. Tangleweed, get out of my way. Okay, so this is about as far as you're gonna get, the temple security station. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a nice overhead view here. Impact crater. So the interesting thing is it almost looks like a little floating island. And in a way it is. The idea with the cradle and the cipher is that the cradle is what the Chozo have built to keep this thing suspended in the air like this. It's the... you can't really see it from this angle. I mean, maybe if I go back a little bit you might be able to see it. You actually can't. Basically there's a temple at the top of this that is like, it has the seal on it that these Chozo artifacts are supposed to interact with, that is keeping this... there's something in this rock, essentially, that is dangerous, and the cradle is keeping it in place, preventing it from really moving around or anything. Anyways, this is actually a pirate data. Oh crap. Space Pirate encrypted data decoded, log 103080. Field team reports are in on an age structure of alien design. Of course, that's this structure here. Built on the surface of Talent 4, studies show the structure projects a containment field. This field bars access to a prime source of energy within a deep crater. Science team believes the field is powered by a number of strange Chozo artifacts. We have found some of these relics, and studies on them have begun. So that's an interesting thing to note there, is that the pirates have apparently found some of these Chozo artifacts. That'll play in later. As this field could hinder future energy production operations on Talon 4, we must dismantle it as soon as possible. If this means the destruction of the Chozo artifacts, it will be done. Okay, so just to clear the air though, they haven't destroyed any Chozo artifacts because I'm pretty sure they can't, but I don't completely know. Anyways though, this symbol, this hologram, is also what the Chozo artifacts look like when they're assembled. If you go into the logbook, you see the this thing. It's because we're gonna have to go and get these Chozo artifacts at some point. And yes, the pirates will be in possession of a couple of them. Like 3 of them. But anyways, this the reason why we would only get this far is because this missile door would block our way if we came here as soon as we landed. So we got one more little hallway here. So you can come here, you can come into this area as soon as you get the missiles. That's how it works. Okay, so this is the artifact temple here. Look at this. Quite neat. Very neat area in my opinion, well designed. Chozo script translated, got some more lore. Throughout our living nightmare as we battle with this unyielding darkness, we Chozo see a light. This light glows with promise, chasing the shadows cast by the great poison and purifying that which has grown toxic. It is strange though, at times it looks to our eyes as if the light coalesces into the figure of a woman. Burning brightly, the luminescence descends from space, then retreats back into the infinite blackness from whence it came. When this prophecy comes to pass, when the light recedes, the Chozo's long vigilance of containment will finally come to an end. So essentially this is hinting at that the Chozo are indeed seeing the future, that Samus is going to appear here. They're seeing a vision of, essentially, a rays of light forming the shape of a woman. By a woman, that means Samus. Samus is a woman, of course, so that's kind of what it's getting at, is that like, they see Samus, they know Samus is coming in the future. It's a vision they're having, because the Chozo can do that. These Chozo especially can do it. Like, the Talon 4 Chozo are a lot... I find they're a lot more... Like, they're, the powers of their mind alone, as such as, like, seeing the future and whatnot, seem to be a lot more powerful than that of other Chozo on other planets, like, Zedis and, SR-388. Chozo's script translated the containment of the Great Poison. This task has fallen to the Chozo, and we will not flee from our duty. Even as we suffer with the land and its creatures, we will pour our will into the 12, the artifacts, that, when brought together, form the lock that holds this great evil at bay. In the depths of the planet, this lock must stand up to all who might come to assault it, to preserve the power of the seal, and to protect it from those who would meddle for their own designs. That's kind of what the pirates are doing, is trying to meddle for their own designs, and that's why, you know, they're having such a problem with this seal. We will spread the artifacts across the land, hiding them from prying eyes. The lock must never open until the day comes when this disaster can finally be put right. Okay. So the music's gonna change here. Look at this place. Really, really well designed area. And what is this? This is a Chozo artifact right here. This one's basically a freebie. As soon as you can get here, you can get this artifact. So yeah, it's basically telling you about... You can scan the totems here for clues as to where the other artifacts are hidden. And as you can see there, the blue artifact thingy in our logbook, a piece of it turned to like kind of a glowing orange color. And that's because we found that artifact. So as I said, this is what the artifacts look like when they're assembled. So yeah. So now we're gonna have a little cutscene here, showcasing the cradle. Well, this is the cipher, I guess. This actual lock is the cipher, I believe. Cradle is this entire structure, like this temple, built on top of what is believed to be the source of the Great Poison. How far can we jump here? I was wondering if I could get a good angle of the island below us. Doesn't really look like I can. You can see the crater quite plainly, though. This is the impact crater is where this supposed celestial object fell, and I'm standing on top of that little floating island that we saw. But the floating island is much larger than just this. There is a lot more below here. And we can't access any of it yet, but it exists, and we will eventually be able to see it. So these are just hints here. So there's a tower within the ruins where light always shines. Move through the waters there to find the artifact of the Life Giver. Now, oh wait, I actually know exactly where that is, and I was mentioning this earlier. The artifact of the Life Giver is found here in the Tower of Light. Technically not in this room, but in here. I was saying we couldn't get there yet. We need the gravity suit to get through the water, and then we can get up here. We have the gravity suit now, so we could go and get that, but I'm not sure that I want to do it just yet. I know where all of the artifacts are, actually, but, like, I'm just gonna scan a couple of these clues and then reveal their locations here. Sun Chamber. You don't even really have to read this, but I will anyways. A sun chamber high atop our ruined home became the nest of a great beast, and a source of corruption. Many Chozo spirits have been drawn to this tainted place, released their bond to the world to claim the artifact of Wild. So, oh, fuck, I keep doing that. Okay, so, the Sun Chamber, that's actually the exact name of the room where we would get this artifact. It's here. Sun Chamber. So yeah, that one's kind of an easy one. And this is the one that we got, right? Because the totem's active, like that. Yeah, Artifact of Truth has been returned. You have restored power to this Chozo totem. Okay, and then I'll reveal one more of them. The Heat of Magmor was a test for many warriors. A shrine in their honor holds the Artifact of Strength. Shrine in their honor. This one, I actually have not been... Oh my god, I keep pushing the wrong button. I actually have not been to this room yet. I've avoided it because... I just wanted to like start talking about the artifacts when I got one, and I just haven't been doing that. The last door in here leads to that room. The room is called the Warrior Shrine, and there's also another thing in there, but other than just the artifact. So I guess I'll do one more. Okay, not that one, because I also haven't been to that room. This one I've been to. Invaders have claimed Phendrana as their own. A tower sits atop their fortress. Collapse it to reveal the chamber where the artifact of Elder is held. Okay, so the... Oh my god, I gotta like stop doing that. Okay, artifact of Elder, and then a tower built by invaders. The control tower. That's where that artifact is. Now, there is basically how that goes is there's an artifact, or there's another tower in that room, like an individual tower that you can blow up later on, and that basically when you do that, that'll fall over and reveal a chamber where the artifact is. But yeah, you know, this is the artifact temple. Oop. And yeah, so I'm gonna go back to the landing site and save, and then yeah, next episode we're gonna be doing some really cool stuff. One of my favorite parts of the see this floating island. That was what I was trying to get an angle to view, but I couldn't really do it, unfortunately. All right. All right. Wait, have I gotten, Oh yeah, I've definitely gotten that expansion. Alright, so we're gonna save here, and that will be it for today. Next time on Metroid Prime, we will do fun things. Trust me, this next episode will be really good.